Some people wouldn't know what a sense of humour was if it fell on their head. That's right guys, we're back here with a bit of truth for a Tuesday. Hope you lot are staying out of trouble. I'm not, and nor is this man in Nevada. A judge allows this man to keep his anti-Californian plate. I think this is brilliant. We should all have these number plates over here. As you've seen by the thumbnail, I've edited it just for the UK market. Go back to California, we have go back to Calais.
Oh my fucking god, that's genius!
Speaking of those Dover discoverers, only 80 migrants are housed at the RAF base, more than a month on from its first arrivals. Well, who would have guessed? The military base, which is good enough for our boys, but not good enough for people fleeing terror, has only housed 80 out of the 1,700 person capacity. What's wrong? The internet's still not sorted for you yet? Makes it really hard to advertise on TikTok? Or maybe you just prefer the luxuries of the Ritz or the Four Seasons. Which is it? I've got a joke for you today. An illegal entrant is greeted at Dover by a good fairy who grants him 3 wishes. He says, "I'm hungry," and pow! A huge banquet appears before him. He then says, "I want a nice house." Pow! A hotel with a swimming pool appears. Then he says, "I want to be British." Pow! The hotel, the banquet, and everything disappears. He then asks, "Where's everything gone?" The fairy says, "You're British now, mate. You're entitled to suddle." Speaking of housing for the newly found Brits, someone has got an incredible sense of humour. The Bibby Stockholm has now been advertised on travel websites. Yes, some creative comedian decided to list rooms on the Barge on bookings.com. The listing described the old Bibs as having a garden and also incredible views of Dorset's Jurassic coastline. It is also said to offer towels and bed linen, a continental, American or vegetarian breakfast each and every morning, and residents could have access to the amenities such as the gym, sauna and swimming pool. Some people clearly just can't take a joke. The Home Office has actually had to come out and say that they have not made the vessel available for public bookings. Though I don't see why not, it's not like they're using it anyway.
You're a smart motherfucker, that's right.
The real deal convict variant is now in Britain. Oh, here we go again. What, did the last 783 variations not generate enough hysteria, panic or funds? Besides, why is this one now being labelled as the real deal? Are you just saying all the previous ones were a crock of shit?
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
And speaking of the convicts in cash, pricks could actually go on sale next year. No, we're not talking about MPs. We're talking about that one that goes in your arm. Although I find it funny that the decision to start charging for the prick has come at a time where the number of people eligible has been reduced by about 12 million people. Yes, at the same time, the now real deal variation is spreading quicker than shit thrown at a fan. You now will have to open your wallets just in order to save yourself.
I'm starting to notice that.
In more bollocks, another trans powerlifter has won another weightlifting event. Who would have thought that men are physically stronger than women? Other than the fact that this person was born stronger, beating the closest competitor by 470 pounds, only 2 women actually decided to compete, so it was hardly even a victory by those standards. Now I've done the research here, so listen up. If they were competing against the world's strongest men, they wouldn't even have ranked in the top 6,000. Oh, just give them a medal.
Let's all start clapping.
While we're allowing men to compete in women's weightlifting competitions, the world's strongest 10-year-old boy is banned from competing in the UK. Right, okay, I see. So because this kid is 10 years old, just 2 years too young to compete, he is now not allowed. What a crock of shit. So you can compete with bonus hole holders, even if you have an outie. But a kid can't compete with the older lads. Yes, that makes complete sense.
It so does not!
Speaking of kids, British births have now hit the lowest level since 2002 because people are apparently prioritising work over parenthood. Prioritising work over parenthood. Now that's not completely true, is it? Maybe. Just maybe. It's the fact that everything in this country has become so unaffordable, people are having to remortgage their houses just to complete a weekly food shop. Oh no, sorry, Tesco gave us 5p off the pasta. Keep forgetting. Sorry Tesco. Yes, people are not only having to work extended hours and extra days, they're actually having to work 24/7 just in order to keep the lights going. It's no wonder most people don't have time to wipe their own backsides, let alone have some downtime to do a bit of the old jiggy jiggy.
Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me.
On the contrary though, as I do look at all news, and we know how much the mainstream media likes to create multiple opposite narratives on the exact same day, the number of Brits who are without jobs due to being on long-term sickness has hit a record high. So the number of Brits who are without jobs due to being on long-term sickness has hit a record 2.5 million. An extra 400,000 citing quitting the workplace since the lockdowns. Apparently, many have been left with muscle pains and mental health problems after working from home for extended periods. Wow, who would have thought that locking people up in their own homes, not being able to see anybody for months on end, shutting down gyms, and allowing people only to leave their homes to be able to walk to the end of the street would start to cause health issues.
I didn't realise it could be this bad.
We've got another study here. Fantastic. Anyway, a study has shown the key differences between anxious and confident people. Thank you, scientists, for wasting more time and more money. I think it's pretty easy to spot the difference between an anxious person and a confident person. Let's see if you can figure out which is which. Did you get it?
I have no idea.
Okay, thanks.
And finally, just to end with some more scientists. This is brilliant. NASA. Wait. NASA plans to study Uranus from behind.
Good luck with that.
Right, so what have we learnt today? The government still cares more about Dover discoverers than us. People can't take a joke. The real deal COVID is coming to get you, but you need to open up your wallets to get a prick. People are prioritising work over babies, yet there are a record number of people not working. And scientists are still stating the obvious. Signing out.